Heartofpsalms.
Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance. And what you have accepted, this kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance. And what you have accepted, this kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Wait a minute, hold up. No, it's not Jehovah. We pulled through the Maya, my voice been out fire. Go so we cut through them wires. AI feeding them liars. Our hearts lifting up higher. Father never retire. The battle's rigged from the start. The prince no match to the king on attack. Who has a warrior heart? I impart and declare what is there from the word. Sitting back, eating curds and honey. Many people sell their souls for money, but that's not all. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? You gotta know the time to let go when you know the truth is kicking you in the face with steel toe boots. Where you running to? When you're on a loose, they made a rope longer. Where you can move, so now you confused. Obey the word over man and you won't lose. Yeah. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance. And what you have accepted, this kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance. And what you have accepted, this kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Wait a minute, hold up. No, his name not Jesus. Gonna tell you again. Wait a minute, hold up. No, his name not Jesus. God dropped off some ships, was broken it with some whips. Family, they all split, fed us pigs and some trips. None of which we can have, abomination, no class. Taking our body who pleases, filling us up with diseases. Never calling on Jesus, that's the enemy, Jesus. That's the enemy, Jesus. That's the enemy, Jesus. Wait a minute, hold up. No, his name not Jesus. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance. And what you have accepted, this kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance. And what you have accepted, this kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end.
Beats by Heartofpsalms.
Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance. And what you have accepted, this kind of living's not it. Preparing Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance in what you have accepted. This kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Wait a minute, hold up. No, it's not Jehovah. We pulled through the mire, my voice been out fire. Goes we cut through them wires, AI feeding them liars. Our hearts lifting up higher. Father never retire. The battle's rigged from the start. The prince no match to the king on attack. Who has a warrior heart? I impart and declare what is there from the word. Sitting back, eating curds and honey. Many people sell their souls for money, but that's not all. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? You gotta know the time to let go when you know the truth is kicking you in the face with steel-toe boots. Where you running to? When you're on a loose, they made a rope longer. Where you can move, so now you confused. Obey the word over man and you won't lose. Yeah. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance in what you have accepted. This kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance in what you have accepted. This kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Wait a minute, hold up. No, his name not Jesus. Gonna tell you again. Wait a minute, hold up. No, his name not Jesus. God dropped off some ships, was broken in with some whips. Family, they all split, fed us pigs and some shrimps. None of which we can have, abomination, no class. Taking our body who pleases, filling us up with diseases. Never calling on Jesus, that's the enemy, Jesus. That's the enemy, Jesus. That's the enemy, Jesus. Wait a minute, hold up. No, his name not Jesus. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance in what you have accepted. This kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end. Despised and rejected, but I'm not seeking acceptance in what you have accepted. This kind of living's not it. Preparing the wine press, a splendid great entrance. The beast will not progress, it's written the end.
All right. Luke. So everyone watching for the very first time, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the intro. Important things to bring out. Just seen it, but it's happened like 5 months ago. But I need to put this out because it wouldn't have been good then as it is now. With everything that's surfacing the way it did, you know, with the Messiah being black and all. So if the Messiah is black, that means the people are black. Therefore, from this moment on, anyone coming against black people, we had organizations that was designed to come against black people. Planned Parenthood, was about taking, babies from mothers, or being able to allow the Black mother who probably couldn't take care of her baby. So like the whole thing why she would probably even think about abortion was because her living situations as a Black mother, Black babies was very small, very limited. But we have these white Jewish people over there who receives tons of money from people who are of Israel or of the chosen people. We have to pay them, but they don't match the picture of the Messiah. The Messiah is Black. And I don't care who likes it, loves it, or anything at all. I can give two damns about it. So Facebook, when you come against Black people, you are antichrist, anti-Messiah. This Messiah is Black. The people of the book is Black. Anybody coming against Blacks, taking Black lives, taking Black babies, killing anything Black from this moment forward is anti-Messiah, antichrist. I can care less if you Christian. I can care less if you Islam. I can care less on what religion you claim. All your businesses and organizations are antichrist. Bill Gates, antichrist. The so-called royal family, Charles, antichrist. His sons or son, antichrist. Anyone coming against Black people, trying to shut us down, police, antichrist. FBI, antichrist. CIA, antichrist. I'm gonna prove it. J. Edgar Hoover said there will be not another Black Messiah. So a whole of FBI, CIA, the government period itself is anti-Black, which is anti-Messiah, antichrist. The white people are not the royal race. Y'all are beneath color. Beneath it. Way below it. Y'all don't even fit in the form of being human. So how can, watch this. So since we're human and y'all are not human, how can y'all be over us? How can you make decisions for us when you're not us? And I don't care, people like, the color don't matter, then why in the world did you go into the Bible and change the color from black to white if color doesn't matter? Y'all can bring up all the different tricks you want to bring up from the devil, but they don't work here. The word is the word and it's true. And the word all throughout the Bible has color. From the very beginning, let's go bring it up. From the dust of the ground, Adam was formed. That's color. When you look at dust outside, you already know what it is, the dirt. Earth is not white, it's black, it's dark. It's reddish brown. No white person is reddish brown, none. So again, how do y'all have the right to make rules for us, saying that we have to take a shot that you all came up with? Why should we have to listen to you in anything? Any white people over the world, I'm telling my people, if you are black, do not listen to any white person on this earth. Nothing. I don't care what it is. Do not listen to them. They are not your teachers. They are not your leaders. Since they're not the same color as you, why do they have the right to tell you what to do? Now watch this. When this begin to happen, it's going to be nation against nation. race against race. And yes, I am starting a race war. I don't want nobody to think he's trying to start a race. I sure am. Y'all started the war a long time ago. We just about to come in and finish. We don't trust you. We don't trust white people nowhere, but you can't stop me. Come to the Gambia. Come to the Gambia. Come see me. Any of you who think you hard, I don't care if you come with your guns, I don't care if you come with a bomb. Nigga, I am the afterlife. Let's play. You think I'm just playing with this? Let's try. Bring it. All of you. Cops everywhere. Bring your military. I'm here. I'm a black messiah. I'm right here. Come and get me. Take me out. Like you did everyone else. Why can't you kill me? What's the matter? You could have been and sent so many people over here. I'm about to cause an uprising against your authority. I'm about to get big in numbers. I'm going to Sierra Leone, where the temple, where the kingdom resides. I'm the only one who's heard the 7 voices of thunders. None of you white people ever heard that. Ever. He don't speak to you. He don't need you. We don't need you. We don't. We was doing fine without you. So you white people can go on about your life. Your wasted life. Your useless lives. You're all useless. Tesla, useless. You can take that on somewhere else. We don't need that. Guess what, though? You need us to make your parts. Go on with Tesla. Leave every single thing of so-called Africa alone. Then go make your money. We don't need you. Y'all need us. You need our minerals. You need our fuel. You need everything from us. We don't need you. We have more than enough minerals and oils to sustain ourselves. Just the head alone. All the other nations can break off from so-called Africa, and we will still rise to the top because we don't need you. All white people inside of Africa can leave. Guess what? We will still thrive. We don't need you. A supernatural power can show up and take care of all of us. We do not need none of you white mother, none. All you white people can literally grow up, go somewhere else. If you want to go to space, wherever you want to go, go. But you can leave us alone. We don't need you. You need us. You even need us to come into your little experiments. You need us for everything. You need us to die. But you also need us to work. You also need our minerals. You need every single thing from us. There are some needy white people. I have never seen some needy people in all my life. Y'all need to do rituals. Y'all need to do this to stay in power. Y'all need to do a whole bunch of things. Y'all are needy. I've never seen the most needy, useless. You want to call us useless eaters? Y'all don't want to eat off of us. We ain't eating off of you. We are not eating off of you. That's the whole point. All of y'all made y'all money in so-called Africa. Who's eating off of who? Y'all eating up for us. That's why you're trying to chip us and get rid of us. Because you found out that all of our stuff that we have is plenteous. You're talking about going to the moon. Y'all ain't going to the moon. Y'all going to so-called Africa. That's what the moon is. Africa. Let's be real. And y'all called it Africa because you said we conquered and divided it. We are no longer being called Africa. The time is coming when that name is going to change. And when that change comes, anyone who's not this color, we actually do not need you. I'm sorry. Y'all time is up. I'm ready to see all of y'all die. Let some black, the whole entire world, let them take over. White people everywhere needs to bow down. To the blacks. Because we are your heads and you are our slaves. You are our servants. Watch it come about. Play with me. Think we y'all need us. Y'all been needed us. See? Told you. Antichrist. Whole entire system. Anti-messiahs. We've been in the Antichrist system for all this time. The beast system is Antichrist, anti-black, anti-messiah. And it's always been about race. There shall be not another black messiah. Huh. Too bad. I guess he didn't foresee me coming. Here I am. So be it.
Other Psalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded, or who murders, or is sexually immoral, or uses witchcraft, or worships idols, or tell lies. They will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second death.
not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Your haters not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Hey, Yahuwah says your haters not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Multitude like your haters not your haters, they're your fruit.
Beats by other songs.
Truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors. Hey, when you learn the truth, it will set you free. Many are held captive, stolen identity. But let me just shoot the breeze, release you from Satan's squeeze. He's all like enemies, no matter the color you see. That truth frame.
By other songs.
Truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, yeah, yeah, truth colors.
There will never be another Black Messiah unless, watch this, we create. That's Antichrist. That is Antichrist. There will never be another Black Messiah unless we create him. And this is the FBI. And this is like the creator of the SBI. So this is like their mission statement of why they exist. The FBI exists so they can take out any Black messiahs, unless the ones they have only authorized to speak to the people. So that's why it explains why a lot of the Black people who are so-called leaders are still living today. It's because they created them. So Farrakhan was created. Jesse Jackson created. Martin Luther King Jr. was created until I guess he started to ask for reparations. Then they took him out. So they let us know that there will never be another Black Messiah. That means only the ones who live, they will have to be sellout. So all the Black people we seen that live to be ripe old ages, like 50 and 60 years old for the most part, they were created. There will never be another Black Messiah. So Black Messiah is a leader, unless we create that leader. So that Obama was a created leader. Because they didn't try to kill Obama. They didn't kill him. Who was the Black Messiah in the Bible? There it is. Look. Who was the Black Messiah in the Bible? Isaiah. And they named him Jesus. That's why they named him Jesus, because Jesus would be them putting their own spin to it. This, as the book of Maccabees says. Hey, look, here, 48. Maccabees 1. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. That's why the book of Maccabees was moved, because it showed what they did at the Council of Nicaea. So book of Maccabees was a problem. It became only a book that only a Roman Catholic would have. Why? Because they didn't want to put it in the hands of those who were average readers. Because when it seen what happened. So that the so-called white people are the heathens. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Likeness of their images, which ties in perfectly with Isaiah 52, verse 14. Why would they make their own images? Because number one, they're racist. The Catholic Church is antichrist in its beginning. So how does it change in the end? The servant exalted, meaning what? The black servant, the Black Messiah. The Black Messiah symbolized Isaiah, or the Messiah, so that he is trustworthy to black people. The historical Messiah was the son of poor people and lived and worked among the poor. What is the concept of the Black Messiah? Blacks in Africa and in diaspora, telling you know what? Messiah is black. So every single person who created Judas in the Black Messiah. Shaka King is the movie. Judas and the Black Messiah. Antichrist all the way straight through. Just as many, who is that many? Council of Nicaea. As many were a part of him, now what's this? And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen. Now, let's see what the heathen means. All right. Now it says you will know who they are by the fruits that they bear, right? Okay. Number one, we're going to look at some things. See the word pagan, right? I'm just going to use that part right there. Because we're going to look at all these other things, what it means, right? Now, we're going to look at none of this right here. None of this at all. Nope. Because that's what they want to try to give you their own interpretation of what it is. A pagan is a pagan. A non-believer is a non-believer. All right. A disbeliever, atheist, non-atheist, non-theist, the opposite. See, they want to put that in there. That doesn't need to be there. It just be simply a believer. Because Christians are pagan. Period. So Christian is heathen. To be a Christian or Muslim or anything like that means you are a exactly. So
Heathen.
now watch what Christians keep. Holy days versus, see, holidays. Christians keep holidays. They don't ever keep any holy days. They made up Christmas, Thanksgiving. Why are they doing that? See, look, biblical holidays, holy days versus pagan holidays. And the heathen, wherein the Christian church had sought to paint the likeness of their images, making them what? Black. I mean, making them white. They changed it from black to white. They made the Messiah white. They made Moses white. They made everybody white. Jacob white, Isaac white, Abraham white. And laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint, had salt. What salt means? Salt means to contrive, plan. This is a plan. Salt means they had a plan. They had a plan.
Seek.
See, push towards a plan. An evil plan. They conspire. See, aspire, strive for, push towards, have as a goal. This became their work. They petitioned, they strived, they worked. That's where the Council of Nicaea comes in. Where they created Jesus. That's when they changed the name. The council concluded since he was begotten, that he was not made. That doesn't make sense. Begotten literally means to be made. See, they concluded. They made it up in their minds that the Messiah was not made. Meaning what? He didn't have a regular birth. They came up with it. They read the word and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Council of Nicaea. As them coming in, changing. The Bible comes in and now says that this was going on. Things are being invented. They sought to change the images. They made them white. They made the Messiah white instead of being black. That they were appalled at him. Why? Because he was black. So they sought to change it with the Council of Nicaea. So the Catholic Church and anything of the church, period, is anti-Christ. They're antichrist. Okay, how people want to put it in their minds, how they want to think about it, whatever. I don't care about it. whole Catholic Church, the church itself, period, is Antichrist. Anyone who's treating Black people badly, Antichrist. Catholic Church, or the church, period, sought to work witchcraft and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. That means if you add to or take away anything from this book, you receive the curses that comes along with that. That means they're cursed. And they can't change from being cursed. They're heathen. The Catholic Church is heathen. The church, period, is heathen. Look up. Christian church. Christmas at church. No. What holidays does the church keep? See, look, all right there. Pagan, Christmas, Easter, Epiphany, whatever that is, Ascension Day. Look at all these days. Look, you can't sit up here and tell us that the Catholic Church or the church, period, itself is sent from the Father. There's no way. This is pagan. It's idolatry. And idolaters will be sent to the lake of fire. All idolaters will die. All of them. But the cowardly, the unbelieving, this is not talking about our people. You understand? This is dealing with all the stuff we're dealing with right now. We're going to get rid of it. Bill Gates and all of his pack, gone to the lake of fire. The Catholic Church and all those who want to stay there with them, gone to the lake of fire. All religions outside of Goshen, gone to the lake of fire. But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, which is the Catholic churches, which is Bill Gates, that's murderers. It is the government. If you are killing people by injections, that's murder. Okay, how you want to call it? Natural selection, cleaning up different things, abortion, however you want to call it, it's called murder. Chipping people is murdering them, okay? If you chip a person, you have murdered them. They're not a person no more. They're something else, like a cyborg. Therefore, they go to the lake of fire because they're not sanctioned to be alive. And I don't care how y'all feel about it. It is what it is. The sexually immoral means you like little boys. You're a man and you like little boys. You're a girl and you like other women. You're a man and you like other men. You like animals. You like anything outside of the man and the woman. Man is for the woman and woman is for the man, period. Man is not to have sex with animals, not to have sex with another man. Anyone who is homosexual is sexually immoral. Anyone who is a lesbian is sexually immoral. Anyone who has sex with animals is sexually immoral. Period. Those want to have sex with little kids like pedophiles, sexually immoral. Retard. Those who practice magic arts. This is those called on the ancestors, consulting with spirits, mediums. The whole of America is that way. We got some, we go to the graveyards. Oh, I'm missing you. I know you're from above looking down at me right now. That is called the practice of the magic arts. You are necromancy. Necromancy. Going to the graves and talking to them like someone can hear you from the grave. That's a necromancer. You will die for that. And you got movies that do it all the time, but just because it's in the movies don't mean you should be doing it. It is called witchcraft. You don't see nowhere in the Bible, and they went to visit the graves and talk to them. No, they go pay their respects to the Abraham or all the different things, and they keep them moving. They didn't go visit the graves every year, and every year around the time they went over there to visit the grave. No, they buried them, celebrated them, and they kept them moving. And you don't ever read where Jacob came back to go visit Isaac. And Jacob went to go visit his father's grave. For what? Think about this. When Joshua took over the leadership and Moses and them was taken, did it say anywhere in the Bible? And Joshua went back to go see where Moses had died after taking leadership from him. You don't see that in the scriptures. So why we want to keep going back to graves, visiting? Why? What's the whole point of that? It's stupid. So while you're at the grave, I miss you. I know you're looking down on me. Necromancy. Talking to the dead. You need to be dead. Those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, which is pagans, that's Christians right there. That's Islam right there. That's every religion outside of what I'm saying right now. And I'm not a religion. Every single thing I've been doing, I've been living. And I've been finding what I've been living in the scriptures. That's not a religion. That's me literally living, doing and living how I please. And I'm finding every single thing as I've been doing and living how I please right here in the scriptures, and it's all been righteousness. And all liars, they will be signed to the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death. And a new heaven and a new earth is coming. The one who overcomes will inherit all things, and I will be his his judge, and he will be my son. It says that the one who overcomes will inherit all things. So that means all things is coming to me. All of them. Watch this. So look at this. Look how it's setting the stage. This is a whole new thing. It's not the same. He will inherit all things. That means all things become new. All of them. Nothing stays the same. So religions and everything else that everyone's into goes away. And look where they're put at in verse 8. So everything is inherited by this son, which would be me. And I inherit all things, all peoples, everything. It says it right there. And my father, and it says, I will be his father, and he will be my son. So at the time when he says, I will be his father, and he will be my son, this is going right back into the covenant he made with King David. This goes right into with Revelation chapter 5. One from the line of the tribe of Judah has prevailed, has overcome. And then right after when he overcomes, this is where they put a dividing point between everyone else. So it'll be me against the whole entire world. And the only way you get to come into my things of inherit things is to do things that I say do. But if you want to go against what I say, then you become a part of the cowardly, and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and sexually immoral, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars. Their place will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur. This is the second death. You know you can be living a lie. Just because you think you got the truth does not mean you have the truth. You could be living a lie. Christianity is a lie. Bantuism is a lie. Black Hebrew Israelites is a lie. All things outside of what I'm saying and talking about is a lie. How you see things, perceive it, comprehend it is a lie, or how it really is. So that is all included, all liars. That means every lie. That means liars means your life is a lie. You're not living the truth. Watch this. So that means since I am the truth, if you're living outside of me in any respects, you're a lie. That means that I'm the truth, and everything what I'm doing is true. Everything you're doing is a lie. So all liars, that means your life, not just you speaking. That is how you live. Your thinking is a lie. You understand? Your thinking can betray you. So that means every single person that says, I got a mind, I can think, I can do this, that means what? Leaning to your own understanding is a lie. That's everybody. That's a lot of people. Because everybody want to bring out the Bible and think about it the way that they perceive it, which is leaning to their own understanding. Believe things the way they want to believe it, or how it affects them, or how they believe, or how it made them feel. That is still their own understanding. Look what it says again. I'm put right there again at the head. Look, boom. Here it is, the one who is called the Lord. Right here. And I will be his father, and he will be my son, which will be what? The Lord. Now look what the lean to your own understanding. Trust in the Lord. Very beginning and the end, with all your heart, your mind, your soul, and strength, right? And lean not to your own understanding. All right. Boom. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. So let's go ahead and make that simple. Heartofpsalms, who overcomes will inherit all things. Let's make that very clear. Heartofpsalms. Heartofpsalms is what? The one. Heartofpsalms, who overcomes will inherit all things. And I will be Heartofpsalms' father, and Heartofpsalms will be my son. All right. Now it comes a separation. Everybody outside of Heartofpsalms, what I say, what I do, everything on what I'm telling people to do in the world, this is you. The same thing is shown over here with trust in the Lord. Well, we can put the Lord. We're going to put my name there. Trust in Heartofpsalms with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Heartofpsalms, and Heartofpsalms shall direct your paths, which puts you right back to the second part of, but to the coward and unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the sexually immoral and the sorcerers and the idolaters and all liars. That means in your own mindset, when you think you are doing something good, even though you're speaking against me, you are a liar, even though you say you're speaking the truth. Let's play. I inherit all things, and those who don't come to me become in verse number 8. Depart away from me, I never knew you. Those who lean to their own understanding against what I'm saying will be verse number 8. Depart from me, I never knew you. I inherit all things. That means what I say, what I do matters. Facebook trying to stop me, YouTube trying to stop me, people trying to stop me. Don't do anything but actually solidifies their position with verse number 8. Anyone who has any bad ill will towards me. Verse number 8 is your future, because I already inherit all things. Everything is mine. Gold, silver, all of it, mine. Women, children, all of it is mine. Everyone who has a problem with that goes to verse number 8 automatically, because they're leaning to their own understanding. Period. To speak against me in any respects makes you a liar, because you're already told to trust in me with all your heart and lean not to your own way of thinking, your own way of doing things, your own way of believing. It says literally, in all your ways, acknowledge Heartofpsalms, and Heartofpsalms will make your path straight. That means you cannot make your path straight. If you're speaking against me, how can you make your path straight? Make it make sense. And I am the one who overcome. Why? Because the 7 voices of thunders spoke to me, showing forth what? I am the one who has overcome. Which means what? He is speaking to me because I have inherited all things. I have not heard one pastor, any person say the 7 voices of thunders spoke to them. Now, with the 7 voices of thunder speaking to me, this begins to unlock our first seal. Watch. Revelations chapter 5. The seals are seals, like I was trying to say before, it's from the Father. Father is looking for someone worthy to be a witness for him, to speak his word, to say what he says. That's what it's all about. Who is worthy to who opened the seals? The 7 seals is not coming from the one who's opened the 7 seals. The 7 seals are coming from the Father's voice. The Father speaks. How he speaks? Through the thunder. He says something. Boom! The beast is about to take the throne. So that becomes the first seal. Heartofpsalms takes the scroll. Then I saw a scroll in the right hand of the one seated on the throne. It had writing on both sides and was sealed with 7 seals. Therefore, the Father has written these things. And he cannot just find anyone to be his messenger, to speak for him. Someone got to be found worthy to bring forth the word of the Creator to the earth. And it's going to say, nobody on the earth was found. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll? Meaning what? To open and repeat the same words that the Father says from his mouth. Who is worthy? But no one, see, in heaven or on earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll or look inside it, meaning what? They were not found worthy to repeat the words of the Father, which ties perfectly said, if they had sat in my counsel, meaning what? When I was speaking, if they had sat in my counsel, I think it's going to be in Jeremiah. See, Jeremiah. Stood in my counsel was the same thing as it has stood in my presence. See, lying prophets, all liars. That means those who say, I'm speaking a word from Yah, and Yah want to say this to me. They're verse number 8, right? So anyone speaking opposite of what I'm saying with verse number 7, they go to verse number 8. This becomes everything, right? So now you got the Black Hebrew Israelites, Christianity, all of them, right? Now, fathers, they're called lying prophets. They don't hear from the Father. I did not send these prophets. See, that's what Revelation chapter 5 is speaking about. But no one in heaven, on the earth, or under the earth was able to open the scroll or look inside of it. They can't look inside of it. How can they repeat the same words the Father is saying? They're not found worthy to repeat his words. That's what's going on, because a prophet speaks what the Father says. I did not send these prophets, yet they have run with their message. That means every single message said, I speak for the name of Jesus Christ and all that kind of stuff. They ran with their own message. This is not a message from the Father. These are lying prophets. And you will see more of these lying prophets being exposed in all arenas, and not just in the Christian church. The Black Hebrew Israelites as well. The Bantuism as well. All of them. All these so-called people who think they speak for the Father, even the prophets. All these people think they speak for the Father. They will begin to be shown that they have not spoken to them. Why did they not hear the 7 voices of thunders, which would be the counsel of the Father, if he's really speaking with them in the last days? They're nothing but distractions. Deceivers. Look, I did not speak to them, yet they had prophesied. So just because they prophesied does not mean the Father spoke to them. But if they had stood in my counsel, they would have proclaimed, see, my words to my people and turned them back from their evil ways and deeds. So all these pastors who's allowing you to keep Christmas still, allowing you to keep Resurrection Sunday still, and all these other pagan holidays, none of these people have heard from the Father. They are liars and antichrists in the form of a minister. I want to bring this part out. Am I only a judge nearby, declares Heartofpsalms, and not a judge far away? Meaning what? He's both. Meaning what? I'm speaking through the Son, and I'm the one who is I'm the one speaking through the Son, and I'm also a part of the Son. What he's saying? That he's literally backing me up. I'm the one backing him. I'm the one that's speaking to him nearby right here, but I'm far away. Said he was speaking what? From the 7 voices of thunders. That's what he's speaking about, meaning one far away, up in the sky. But no one in heaven or earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll or look inside it. And I began to weep bitterly. That means no pastor, no prophet, no teachers, no Black Hebrew Israelites, nobody on the earth was able to bring forth the word that the Father wanted to say to his people. He went past the camps, did not find no one there worthy to speak forth his word. They can speak for what they want to speak on the streets, on the street corners. That's different. But they ain't gonna say the exact words that he said. That's a whole nother thing. That's another thing. Because no one was found worthy to open the scroll or look inside it. No one means no camps was able to open up the scroll. They could not bring forth the word of Yah. Why is this? So everyone was out here speaking the Bible, saying the Lord told them this, the Lord told them that. But then they have them on Sunday morning come in. And then on Christmas, they're going to have them keep Christmas and, Thanksgiving and all this kind of. They're not from the Father. These are ministers with their own message. Then one of the elders said to me, watch this, do not weep. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed to open the scroll in its 7 seals. What does that mean? He's the only one I'm going to use to speak forth my word to this world. Watch. Same one, the root of David. And David shall be my witness to the nations. Biblehood. Bam, right here. Bam, right here. Go back up here because it's going to go here first. Here go the Father speaking. Invitation to the needy. Incline your ear and come to me. Listen so that your soul may live. Go back to it. The one, or Heartofpsalms, who overcomes will inherit all things, and I will be his father, and he will be my son. And Heartofpsalms will be my son. This verse right here is for the second, for those who can't come in. What it says, so that your soul may live. Those who died doing my bidding, they go to verse 8. But to the cowardly, say they die, their soul don't live. To Heartofpsalms, who overcomes will inherit all things. That means life. That's all he inherits, life. Everything that deals with life, right? Okay. Trust in Heartofpsalms with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. That's what it's all dealing with. It's trying to get everyone to come to what I am saying. All right. So that your soul may live. I will make with you an everlasting covenant through what? My servant Heartofpsalms, right? Who is King David. Will make with you an everlasting covenant. My loving devotion promise to David. Behold, I have made him a witness to the nations, a leader and a commander of the peoples. That is exactly what's going on with Revelation chapter 5. Then one of the elders said to me, do not weep. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed to open the scroll and its 7 seals. Behold, I have made him a witness to the nations, a leader and a commander of the peoples. Surely you will summon a nation you do not know, and nations who do not know you will run to you. For the Father, the Holy One of YASHAYA, has bestowed glory on you, which makes him what now? The King of glory. So now, Revelation chapter 5 is dealing with the King of glory. Here it is. The glory is coming. Then I saw a ram. Then I saw Heartofpsalms, who appeared to have been slain, standing in the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders. Heartofpsalms had 7 horns and 7 eyes. Oh my goodness. Which represents the 7 spirits of Heartofpsalms sent out into all the earth. And Heartofpsalms came and took the scroll from the right hand of the one seated on the throne. And when Heartofpsalms had taken the scroll, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before Heartofpsalms. Each one had a harp, and they were holding golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sang a new song. Worthy are you, Heartofpsalms, to take the scroll and open its seals, because you, Heartofpsalms, were slain. And by your blood, Heartofpsalms, you purchased for your father those from every tribe and tongue and people and nation. You, Heartofpsalms, have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our Father. And they will reign upon the earth. Those that does not say they will reign in the sky. Heartofpsalms exalted. Then I looked and I heard the voices of many angels and living creatures and elders encircling the throne. And their number was myriads of myriads and thousands of thousands. And a loud voice they were saying, worthy is Heartofpsalms, who was slain, to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing. And I heard every creature in the heaven and on the earth and under the earth and in the sea and all that is in them saying, to the Father who sits on the throne and to Heartofpsalms be praise and honor and glory and power forever and ever. And the 4 living creatures said, Amen. And the elders fell down and worshiped. The 7 voices of thunder spoken to me, therefore proving me to be the Lamb who was worthy, who was slain. And by me saying the beast is about to take the throne, and the 7 voices of thunder told me to repeat it, shows forth that I am this ram or this lamb that the Bible speaks of, which shows forth that I am also King David, the one whom the Father said he will bring back in the end times to be a witness to the nations and his people. It doesn't matter what you believe. I'm showing what the scripture says, and I'm showing you forth what my testimony has been bringing about all this time. So now, the Father has not sent these lying prophets. If they stood in his counsel, it will be some different things. Hold on, I need to go back there. I hear the Father say, start at the beginning. Invitation to the needy. Come all you who are thirsty. Come to the waters, and you without money. Come buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend money on that which is not bread, and your labor on that which does not satisfy? He is talking about people coming up out of America. And your labor on that which does not satisfy, meaning you don't have the job you want to have. You're doing what you got to do, but you don't really want that job. Or you got a job that you can only pretty much are qualified for based off of your education. It doesn't satisfy. Does not satisfy. Listen carefully to me. Oh, let's put it in there. and your labor on that which does not satisfy. Listen carefully to Heart of Psalms and eat what is good, and your soul will delight in the riches of foods. Riches of food. That means what? It's better for you. It's wholesome for you. He is talking about now when you look over in America, the food in America is not fit to be eaten. Food poisoned in America. Look, they want you sick. See? You can see this right here. Now go back to what he said right here. Listen to Heart of Psalms and eat what is good, and your soul will delight in the riches of food. Meaning what? You have to leave from one place and go to another place in order to have the riches of food. We have a place called here now called Masali. It tastes like a Big Mac. I'm serious. But it does not have, it's not made from the same slime that's in America. It's riches of foods, meaning what? The meat is real. It's the way it's supposed to be. And then you got the chicken over here that tastes just like Popeye's chicken. But it's real chicken. It's not Bill Gates growing some chicken. It's real chicken from the land. The riches of foods, real chicken, real beef. And this, watch this, the cows are walking around. They're not in some kind of industry with tubes coming out of them because they're sick. We're showing you the difference. Cows with, what is it? Abscess. Yeah, there we go. See all this right here, this, all that. Look at this. Cows with holes in their side. There it is, right there. Four holes. Look at this. We don't have none of this going on. Look at this. These little holes on the side of them, like, why? The cows that we see walking around, they don't have none of this on them. And they can produce milk and everything, and the milk is good. They don't have this. They are retarded. And they're always trying to make something better. Oh, we're going to make it better. Y'all always make it worse. Y'all just need to die already. The world would be so much better without white people, period. Because y'all, the way y'all mind think is destructive. It can't stay the way it needs to be. Nope, you want to make it so much better. When you're making it better, you are messing it up. Like I said, we don't need you. Incline your ear and come to Heart of Psalms. Now, watch this. Come and see. Or it says what? Those, he says what? To the churches, right? Come in here. Look what he just said right there. Incline your ear to what I'm saying. He's telling you who he's telling you to come to. Me. 1, not 11. Act like you know what I'm going to go. This is the revelation of Heart of Psalms. The Messiah, which the Father gave him to show his servants, which what must soon come to pass. Heart of Psalms made it known by sending his angel to his servant John, who testifies to everything he saw. This is the word of Heart of Psalms. This is the word of the Father and the testimony of Heart of Psalms. Wow, the testimony of Heart of Psalms. So Revelation is kicking off with my seal. That's powerful. This stuff is powerful. And that's why John the Baptist, like I said before, is sent. This is the revelation of Heart of Psalms, his unveiling of the divine mysteries. The Bible talks about in Enoch. This one, the mysteries belongs to him. Let's go there. Enoch. Book of Enoch. I was going to say Enoch 46. See what it is, actually. All right. Not that one. Was that it? No. All right. But this will be it, though. I mean, we could use it. It'll work. Pages. Yep. Right here. See? There I beheld the Ancient of Days. Go. Whose head was white like wool, and with him another whose countenance resembled that of men. His countenance was full of grace, like that of one of the holy angels. Then I inquired of one of the holy angels who went with me and who showed me every secret thing concerning Heart of Psalms, who he was, whence he was, and why he accompanied the Ancient of Days. He answered and said to me, this is the Son of Man, or Heart of Psalms, but this is the man to whom righteousness belongs, with whom righteousness has dwelt. The fact that the Father spoke to me lets you know I'm him. And who will reveal all the treasures of that which is hidden, sealed. Concealed means sealed. Meaning what? He's going to be the one who's going to open up the 7 seals. See? Kept
Concealed.
secret, hidden. Revelations 5. Sealed with 7 seals. Who will reveal all the treasures of that which is sealed. That which is hidden. And sealed means sealed. See, sealed. Undisclosed for the time being. sealed orders, a sealed moved in chest, hidden on any grounds for any motive, hidden. So concealed is sealed, hidden, because the scroll has something hidden behind it. And you cannot open up the scroll without first removing the seals that keeps the scroll from being open, keeping it hidden. So here is the one who is going to be the one who's going to remove the 7 seals. Revelation chapter 5, this is what's going on right here. The Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed to open the scrolls and its 7 seals. This is who Enoch is seeing at the same time when it's happening. He answered and said to me, this Lion of the tribe of Judah, this is the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, to whom righteousness belongs, with whom righteousness has dwelt, and who will reveal all the treasures of that which is sealed, hidden. For the Father has chosen him. He will be my son, the one who overcomes, or Heartofpsalms who overcomes, the Lion of the tribe of Judah who overcomes, will inherit all things, the root of David. And I will be his father, and he will be my son. For the Father has chosen him, and his portion has surpassed all before the Father in everlasting uprightness. The one, or Heartofpsalms, who overcomes will inherit all things. And I will be his father, and he will be my son. Incline your ear and come to Heartofpsalms. Listen, so that your soul may live. And I will make an everlasting covenant, my loving devotion promised David. Behold, I have made Heartofpsalms a witness to the nations, a leader and a commander of the peoples. Surely, Heartofpsalms, you will summon a nation you do not know, and nations who do not know you will run to you. For your Father, the Holy One of Heartofpsalms, has bestowed glory on you. So the Father has bestowed glory on me. Where did this glory comes in at? Right here in Revelation chapter 5. Then I saw Heartofpsalms, who appeared to have been slain, standing in the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders. Heartofpsalms had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which represents the 7 spirits of the Father, or, pretty much the Holy Spirit, sent out into all the earth. And Heartofpsalms came and took the scroll from the right hand of the one seated on the throne. When Heartofpsalms had taken the scroll, the 4 living creatures and 24 elders fell down before Heartofpsalms. Each one had a harp, and they were holding golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints, and they sang a new song. Worthy are you, King Heartofpsalms, to take the scroll and open its seals, because you was slain. And by your blood, King Heartofpsalms, you purchased for your Father those from every tribe, tongue, and people and nation. You have made them to be a kingdom and priests who serve our Father, and they will reign upon the earth. For the Father has chosen him, and his portion has surpassed all before the Father in everlasting uprightness. This Son of Man, or Heartofpsalms, whom you beholdest, shall raise up kings and mighty from their couches, and the powerful from their thrones, shall loosen the bridles of the powerful and break in pieces the teeth of sinners. Heartofpsalms shall hurl kings from their thrones and their dominions, because they will not exalt or praise him, nor humble themselves before him, by whom their kingdoms were granted to them. The countenance likewise of the mighty shall Heartofpsalms cast down, filling them with confusion. Darkness shall be their habitation, and worms shall be their bed, nor from that their bed shall they hope to again raise, because they exalted not the name of Heartofpsalms. They shall condemn the stars of heaven. They shall condemn the stars of heaven, shall lift up their hands against the Most High, and shall tread upon and inhabit the earth, exhibiting all their works of iniquity, even their works of iniquity. Their strength shall be in their riches. Their strength shall be in their riches. Illuminati. Their strength shall be in their riches. AI, artificial intelligence. Their strength shall be in their riches. Bill Gates. Their strength shall be in their riches. Elon Musk. Their strength shall be in their riches. Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, yeah. Their strength shall be in their riches. Richest people in the world. All of these are antichrists. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bernard Arnault and family, Bill Gates, 6 more rows. Their strength shall be in their riches. Their strength shall be in their riches. Their strength shall be in their riches. The ones who are going to condemn the stars of heaven lift up their hands against the Most High. Who is this? Their strength shall be in their riches. They shall condemn the stars of heaven. NASA. What's Elon Musk stuff? What's it called? X. Their strength shall be in their riches. ESA, Elon Musk. There it is, contract. Their strength shall be in their riches. The contract seemeth a long future for SpaceX. Strength shall be in their riches. And NASA, as they work together to launch astronauts to and from the International Space Station. the newly contracted launches extend their partnership through 2030 and bring the total contract value to nearly $5 billion for 14 fully operational astronaut missions. They shall condemn the stars of heaven, shall lift up their hands against the Most High, SpaceX, NASA, you understand? Shall tread upon and inhabit the earth, exhibiting all their works of iniquity, going into space, and all this stuff is iniquity. Even their works of iniquity. Their strength shall be in their riches, and their faith in their gods, in the gods whom they have formed with their own hands. So their gods is going to be what? This starship that they made. What else is going to become their gods? Implantable chips, microchips. That's going to become their gods. And their faith in the gods whom they have formed with their own hands. Chips. This is going to become their God. These chips. AI. Now, while we're there, I'm going to bring up something that's very, 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 very disturbing. But nonetheless, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. It has to be. Those who don't know, this is, I guess, is some news that we didn't know about. Their strength shall be where? In their riches. They're going to be funding a lot of their works. Why? It's going to be different projects, different things that they're going to set out to do. Their strength shall be in their riches. Their money is what's going to bring forth evil in the earth. Their money, what they can do with it. Look.
Now, it even gets worse. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is continuing its global push to support its so-called government-backed digital ID programs, and this time setting its sight on Kenya, where it will advise the government on that country's Maisha Naba digital ID initiative that is currently under development. The program targets the birth of new babies. So once you have your baby, before your baby leaves the hospital, you no longer get a paper birth certificate, but then you get a digital one that is somehow implanted somewhere on somebody's body.
A wolf is a large canine native to Eurasia and North America. And in the days of old, farmers used a unique technique to kill them in order to protect their livestock. Here's what they do. They take a sharp knife, lace it with blood on both sides, and bury it inside the ice. Now, the wolf, having one of the keenest senses of smell here on earth, it will pick up on the scent and immediately lock in on it. Now, once the wolf punches through the ice and finds the knife, it will begin to lick the knife due to the presence of the blood. It's a temptation it simply cannot resist. And as it's licking the blood off the knife, it will cut its tongue, bleed some more, and continue licking the very same knife. Believe it or not, the wolf will do this until it dies. And in Kenya, Azimio are having the same problem as this wolf and they just don't see it. The President of the Republic of Kenya literally took a knife, laced it with something called leader of opposition, and he hid it in the ice. As a result, Azimio has halted everything in order to focus on the dangerous carrot the president has given them. And in this video, I want us to look at the dangers that Azimio is in as a result of taking the bait. But before we get into that, if you're here for the first time, please go and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Ofula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Now, the first danger for Azimio is that they've lost all objectivity. They are tasked with keeping the government in check, but as at now, they are nowhere to be found. Raila has entered the phase of sleep paralysis, the same phase of silence that he was in during the handshake. And that was a dark period when corruption was at an all-time high, from KEMSA to the executive order being given to Ukuru Yatani over Telkom. Quite literally just the other day, the president came out to say that by December, all Kenyans will be having their iris scanned in place of their national IDs. Here's the tip.
For the next 2 months, I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints.
Now, if you ask me, these are things that should be fought tooth and nail. If we could bandwagon together to remove the American who was scanning people's eyes for money, why then should we agree that our own government, which is in cahoots with Bill Gates, the donor of this pilot program, to put us through the same iris scans? In Kenya, there's literally no noise about it because, as we've said, Raila is in sleep paralysis. He's been given a knife laced with the leader of opposition. But in the international media, they've picked up on it and they're complaining. Just listening to this.
Now, it even gets worse. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is continuing its global push to support its so-called government-backed digital ID programs, and this time setting its sight on Kenya, where it will advise the government on that country's Maisha Naba digital ID initiative that is currently under development. But listen, I just told you in a very nice way. Now, let me just put it blatantly to you. The program targets the birth of new babies. So once you have your baby, before your baby leaves the hospital, you no longer get a paper birth certificate, but then you get a digital one that is somehow implanted somewhere on somebody's body. Think about that, but have a listen to this.
The digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time, is now on a testing mode.
But in Kenya, Azimio is legally blind. They don't know what's happening. They cannot see it. The second challenge for Azimio is that this position of opposition leader and possibly deputy opposition leader will bring about a rift in the Azimio group. Here's why. If Raila gives the deputy opposition leader position to Kalonzo, Kamwene group will abandon him immediately. And if he decides to give it to Martha Karua, who rightfully was Raila's deputy, Kambas will not take that disrespect lying down. Kalonzo has supported Raila Odinga all his life, and he is the one at the forefront fighting to get something out of these talks. So imagine if he is again overlooked, how sad will that be? And is he likely to take that lying down, or the Kambas for that matter? They'll abandon Azimio. So this leader of opposition issue, along with the deputy, is like wolf's bane. The president is goading Azimio to its own destruction. And they are so distracted by it that they're not even bothering with any rallies, no maandamano, no checks and balances. They're just quiet and happy, anticipating a position that is going to bring a serious rift in their ranks. And the third challenge for Azimio is that they came to the talks insisting that they want the position of Prime Cabinet Secretary added to the Constitution. And guess what? It will be added to the Constitution. The president is literally piggybacking on Azimio to achieve his own goals and agendas. With Mudavadi's position finally enshrined in the Constitution, he won't have to worry about the trigger-happy Law Society of Kenya rushing to court to have this docket nullified, like they did with the CISs, which is the main reason why President Ruto made sure to give Musalia a legitimate ministry to occupy in foreign affairs, so that if push comes to shove and the LSK or some other entity which is trigger happy rushes to court, Mudavadi will be verified. So again I say, President Ruto has given Azimio a knife to play with that will end them in 2027. You watch this space. Now, as usual, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that the president has been goading Azimio all along with this issue of leader of opposition? Because he did see it work for his boss through handshake. Or is he the one being played? I'll be looking to read your comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios.
See? Yeah, buddy, they ain't playing. Scriptures is speaking. It says, their strength will be in their riches. Watch. Their faith in the gods whom they have formed with their own hands. They shall deny the name of Heartofpsalms and shall expel Heartofpsalms from the temples in which they assemble. Wow. And with him the faithful who suffer in the name of Heartofpsalms. So, this is crazy, man. People have not seen anything yet. It goes on and says, like, let them who are of the church hear, or the assemblies hear. See, look. Hear what is being said. Isaiah 55. Surely you will summon a nation you do not know. For nations who do not know you will run to you. For the Father, the Holy One of YASHAYA, has bestowed glory on you. Seek Heartofpsalms. See, look at that. While he may be found. Now that makes sense. Meaning what? It's going to be a time when you're going to be able to find me. The Father is going to hide me. Let me look at y'all real quick. This is telling you I'm not going to always be here. Well, I mean, I will be here, but I won't be found. I'm going to be hidden. I won't be seen. The ones who are with me will be hidden. They'll be going into the feast with me. The ones who don't believe what I'm saying, think it's just crazy, or you just following a man and all the other kind of stuff, you want to believe that? When the day comes and you can't find me, nor none of them who came with me, and they're not indisposed, but then you got to go what you going to go through. You can be like, wow, he said you ain't going to better find me. And the word just said it. I'm not even making it up. It said right there. It says, the Father's telling you, seek me while I can be seen. While I can be found. Right now I can be found. Even most all the time. I'm on the lives. I mean, the time's going to come when you're not going to see me on the live. Seek him while he may be found. I probably still have some videos out there where you can actually go look for them on YouTube if they don't. Or on hard drives if people can find them and all that kind of good stuff. But my words will become very valuable in that day. I will become very valuable in that day. I will make a man more rare than gold. Why? Because he has the word of the Father literally in his mouth. We want to hear the next thing he said was going to happen. Let me show what the scripture means. When it says, I will in that day, the day that I can't be found, in that day, I will make a man more rare than gold. That's what I mean. I will make a man more, look, precious than fine gold. I will make a man I will make a man, one man. I will make one man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. A man more than the golden wedge of Ophir. I will make a man more rare than fine gold. Why? Because he has the true word of the Father in his mouth. I will make a mortal more rare than fine gold. It's talking about the one who has his word. This is the same one who was found worthy to open the scroll. I will make a man more rare than fine gold. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David. That is the man he will make more rare than fine gold. Why? Because he's the son of Yah, fully Yah, and fully human. He will be rare, meaning what? Who will you compare him to? Because he's rare. Who will you compare him to? It's speaking of his rarity. To whom will you compare me? Or who is my equal? Why? Because he is made rare. He is different. He is not the same as everyone else. So whom will you compare me? Or who is my equal? Says Heartofpsalms. How we doing? Lift up your eyes on high, who created all these. Behold, there it is. There's a lot in here. Yep, it's all these. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Heartofpsalms, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. How? For the day of Heartofpsalms is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. They working hand in hand. The Father and the Son's working hand in hand. Therefore shall all hands be thanked. Meaning what? You ain't gonna be able to stand against me. And every man's heart shall melt. Why? Because I'm not the same as you. I'm rare. I'm fully Yah and I'm fully man. And they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Why? Because I'm nothing but a flame of fire. On that day, they will see how rare I am. Behold, the day of Heartofpsalms cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth. Meaning what? As the sun goes on, it goes darker. And the moon shall not cause her light to shine. That means what? The moon will stop shining. Therefore, watch this, when the sun and the moon stop shining, they themselves will make another sun, another moon, as they've already done. New moon. We got evidence of a new moon now out on Facebook. Ooh. Saying, do you see this? Uncreated. A new sun. All right. There it is, right there.
Now, China's one small step could be a giant leap for humanity, creating an artificial sun. Yes, you heard that right.
Rumors have been pouring in that China has just launched its artificial sun into space. A video circulating online shows a bright yellow ball lighting up the night sky while ascending to the clouds. Could this be the artificial sun China has been working on for the last few years? If so, what purpose is this artificial sun meant to serve? And most of all, what are the possible consequences of having two suns? Stay tuned to this video as we discuss all these and more.
Oh my goodness. That's what it means by the flames on their faces. They're going to burn up. They're going to create their own demise. Look, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened. Here it is. And they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. The sun is going to burn up these, man, they back. Whoa. This sun is not going to be playing with people. It's going to mess people up. At the end, they're going to be set on flames, set on fire.
The sun is the most vital part of our existence here on Earth. Without it, life on Earth will not be possible. From providing light, heat and warmth to making the growth of plants possible, the sun's usefulness is endless. It makes up about 99% of the solar system. Have you ever wondered why the planets orbit around the sun? Well, it's because the sun is a life-giving star. But for a long time now, China has wished for a sun of its own, an artificial sun. In case you're wondering why, it's all about power. Now, I don't mean political power, but nuclear-generated power, the kind our sun utilizes to give off heat and light. The sun is the largest star in the solar system. It accounts for about 99.8% of the mass of the entire solar system. The sun's mass is about 333,000 times that of the Earth. The sun's radius measures 696,000 kilometers, which makes it 109 times that of the Earth. Regarding temperature, the surface of the sun is measured to be about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, but its core is far hotter, measuring more than 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. Now that's a whole lot of heat. The pressure within the sun's core is estimated to be the equivalent of 250 billion atmospheres, or 15.7 million Kelvin. These extreme temperatures and pressures allow the fusion of 4 protons into one alpha particle. Scientists have explained that not all this heat gets to the Earth. A good portion of it radiates into space. Knowing these details about the sun, how similar is China's sun to the real one? And how much of the sun's unique properties can it replicate? China's artificial sun. China's artificial sun is a lot similar to our sun. In fact, it's more than 5 times hotter than the actual sun. China's artificial sun works just like the sun. You see, the sun creates solar energy by nuclear fusion inside its core. The sun is mainly composed of hydrogen and helium. The nuclear fusion reactions in the sun convert hydrogen into helium. In other words, the protons of hydrogen atoms collide in the sun's core and fuse to create helium atoms in a process called proton-proton chain reaction. This reaction releases an enormous amount of energy every time it takes place, and it is the source of the sun's energy. Scientists have proven that every second, the sun converts 600 million tons of hydrogen into 590 million tons of helium. The missing 4 million tons account for the massive energy released. So every second a proton-proton reaction takes place, the sun releases about 4 million tons of energy. You may want to ask, can China's artificial sun keep up with the sun? Well, yes, it can. Ordinarily, to match the energy produced by the sun, you'd have to explode 100 billion tons of dynamite every second. But China's sun uses the same technique the sun employs to generate energy, the fusion of nuclear particles. How exactly does this work? It's a complex process involving the use of magnets and plasma. The official name of China's artificial sun project is Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak, EAST. Contrary to what most people think, EAST is not a large burning ball of fire like the sun. In simple terms, EAST is a donut-shaped nuclear reactor chamber where plasma is heated up and trapped with powerful magnetic fields. The plasma here is hydrogen plasma, which radiates a purple glow. Inside the EAST, lasers are used to heat this plasma, which can be heavy hydrogen atoms like deuterium and tritium, to millions of degrees Celsius. These extreme temperatures are similar to those present in the sun's core, so they provide the perfect environment for nuclear fusion. Once these ultra-high temperatures are reached, the atoms inside the tokamak will start smashing together, releasing tremendous amounts of energy as they do so. Guess you'd like to know that the term tokamak is an acronym for toroidal chamber with magnetic coils. A tokamak is a machine that uses magnetic fields to confine a plasma in a torus shape. Replicating the sun is no small task. The tokamak design is what allows scientists to not only recreate the conditions inside the sun, but also carry out similar reactions. Scientists see the tokamak as the leading concept for future fusion power plants. In a tokamak, magnetic field coils confine plasma particles, allowing the plasma to reach the conditions necessary for fusion reactions. Every tokamak, including EAST, has a donut-shaped vacuum chamber where gaseous hydrogen fuel is placed under extreme heat and pressure, turning it into plasma. And plasma is any hot, electrically charged gas. In the EAST, a powerful electrical current is run through the vessel to ionize the gaseous hydrogen fuel and form a plasma. As the plasma particles become energized and collide with one another, they also release heat. The additional heating method, laser heating technology, finally helps bring the plasma to fusion temperatures close to 300 million degrees Celsius. At these temperatures, the particles become highly energized and fuse easily, releasing colossal amounts of energy. Inside a tokamak, scientists control the charged plasma particles using the massive magnetic coils placed around the chamber. These magnetic coils also prevent a nuclear meltdown of the chamber by the hot plasma. China has surely broken a record and set the pace for future artificial sun projects, but this achievement came at a high cost. So far, China has spent about $1 trillion on the East project. If you're still wondering why a country like China should go through all this trouble and spend such a huge amount of money on a single project, the answer is that it's all an effort to generate clean, limitless energy. The world has witnessed much damage from fossil fuels. From air pollution to ozone degradation, the list goes on and on. Rather than seek a new natural resource to exploit, China decided to mimic the natural reactions occurring within stars to produce unlimited clean energy. A typical artificial sun would produce no fossil fuels, no waste materials, and would last a really long time, just like our sun, which has been around for billions of years. It may interest you that China is not the first country to try its hands on a nuclear sun. For over 70 years, scientists have sought to carry out nuclear fusion reactions in a safe and efficient way that can produce commercial nuclear energy without any risks. The problem has always been in keeping the plasma away from the chamber's walls, because contact between the hot, electrically charged plasma and the walls of the reactor can cause a serious meltdown. Despite this, they knew they needed to get the plasma temperatures up for any nuclear fusion to occur. And so they had to devise a means of handling plasma that's hot enough to fuse. The truth is that fusion reactors like the East need to operate under very high temperatures hotter than the sun because there isn't enough pressure to support the reaction. The sun has a core pressure of 15 million Kelvin. Getting a fusion reactor to such pressure levels is nearly impossible, so tokamaks must work at much lower pressures than the sun. Again, there wasn't a seemingly possible way to utilize lasers and magnetic fields to control plasma without ruining the fusion process. These were the issues on the ground until China had the breakthrough, earning a reputation for building the world's first artificial sun. How efficient is China's artificial sun? The sun's surface releases 63 million watts of energy per square meter, but by the time the energy travels 93 million miles to reach Earth, it is diminished to 1,370 watts per square meter. There are no actual estimates of how much energy East will be able to generate. Deuterium, a substance needed to fuel East, can be obtained from Earth's oceans. 1 liter of seawater potentially has enough fusion material to produce energy equivalent to 300 liters of gasoline. Since our ocean is pretty much endless, it's believed that China's artificial sun would provide a near unlimited energy supply. No doubt this recent feat has proven that this might just be the case. You see, China's sun managed to superheat plasma to temperatures 5 times hotter than the sun in the reactor. This feat was held for more than 17 minutes. The actual numbers are 158 million degrees Fahrenheit for 1056 seconds. The heat in the sun's core is just 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. So you can see how much of an achievement this was for China's East reactor. East broke its own record, which it set in 2021 when it ran for 101 seconds at 216 million degrees Fahrenheit. The entire science community celebrated this achievement because it meant that the dream of creating an unlimited source of clean energy was within reach. The first notable record performance for any tokamak reactor was held by France's Tour Supra tokamak. It maintained similar temperatures for 390 seconds in 2003. Since then, no other nuclear reactor has come close to China's Super Tomatak. With the kind of extreme temperatures the East handles, you may be afraid if China's artificial sun is safe. Well, based on information from scientists working on this project, the East is safe. Modern-day tokamaks typically contain less than 1/10 of 1 gram of hydrogen at any moment. So the amount of hydrogen inside the chamber is too insignificant to cause issues. If, for any reason, a disruption occurs during a reaction, the reaction immediately cools down and stops. This makes a nuclear explosion near impossible in a tokamak. So, as you can see, a fusion process in a tokamak like East is quite safe. But despite this, scientists are still going the extra mile to build additional safety measures into fusion power plant designs. These safety measures will ensure that even if a cataclysmic breach occurs in a tokamak, it would only create small
They
radioactivity
say
problems.
peace and safety. Then comes sudden destruction. That's what it's talking about. Peace and safety. Then comes some destruction. They will be amazed at one another. They will see what? Flames upon each other's faces. It's going to explode. Let's go.
Outside of the plant. How long will China's sun last after launch? Our sun is about 4.5 billion years old, yet it's one of the youngest stars in space. It is one of the over 100 billion stars in our Milky Way galaxy, and it belongs to the generation of stars known as Population 1. Scientists have verified that the sun will keep burning for another 5 billion years. But how long will China's sun last? Well, no one can say for now. How long East can stay in operation hasn't really been divulged to the public. But if the project gets developed to its full potential, we may be able to use this artificial sun for thousands of years. Lithium, the substance from which we get tritium and deuterium used in reactors, is abundant in the earth and the sea. And so we'll never have to worry about feeding the East with hydrogen protons for nuclear reaction. The amount of lithium on Earth can feed China's artificial sun for millions of years. The only issue would be in maintaining the parts of the tokamak. So far, there hasn't been any cause for alarm with the operation of the Chinese sun. Firstly, the reactions in the East aren't radioactive. Plus, helium isn't dangerous to the environment. So even if East were to be launched into the atmosphere as most people think it will be, it wouldn't cause any problems. Or would it? Well, that's where it gets tricky. You see, this is a record-breaking invention, so it isn't very logical to jump into conclusions. We've learned many times that it can be risky to play with nature. For instance, recently, the Large Hadron Collider was blamed for creating a crack in the Earth's magnetic field. This was a side effect no one foresaw, and something similar may happen when China finally puts its artificial sun into full operation. So at the end of the day, it's best to keep an open mind. If you're worried about the potential consequences China's sun will have on our atmosphere, wait till we have 2 functioning artificial suns. You see, China's artificial sun has inspired other countries on the possibility of a clean nuclear power source. And now an even bigger fusion project known as ITER, the International Experimental Reactor, is being built in Marseille, France. This program involves 35 countries, including the UK, China, India, and the USA. So far, the project seems to be going well, thanks to the lessons learned during the development of China's East project. However, to scale things up, ITER is equipped with the world's most powerful magnet. It can produce a magnetic field that is 280,000 times stronger than the one produced by the Earth. Why use such a powerful magnet? Remember that a strong magnetic field is necessary to control the tokamak's hot, high-energy plasma. The internal volume of the ITER tokamak is outstanding, as it's said to have a plasma volume of 830 cubic meters. This huge volume of plasma will enable it to produce a burning plasma in which the heat energy needed to sustain the fusion reaction is produced by the alpha particles generated during the fusion process. In other words, it will be a self-sustaining reactor, something never done before. The ITER designers claim that putting 50 megawatts of energy into the system will produce 500 megawatts. Work is ongoing to ensure that everything regarding the production and control of such a self-heated plasma is perfected. Inventions like these have been the dream of fusion research for close to a decade. Now, it's almost within grasp. The ITER fusion reactor will come online in 2025. When it does, it will usher us into a new era, an era of harnessing star power on Earth. China is even set to develop another tokamak in the early 2030s. So you can see, a new era is dawning on us. But many fear that our ambition for extraordinary means of power supply will break something in the Earth, like how the Large Hadron Collider broke the Earth's magnetic field. What do you think? Will these artificial suns cause unforeseen catastrophes on Earth? I leave that question to you. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click the video on your screen for more quality content. I'll see you there.
Yep. That's exactly what it's talking about right there. All right. That's what it's talking about. See? How for the day, Heartofpsalms is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Besides in what? And they shall say peace and safety. See? Then comes sudden destruction. It goes right into it. See? Destruction. Out for the day of Heartofpsalms at hand, which is what? The day when they say peace and safety. See? At hand. It shall come as peace and safety. So the day of y'all see, look, there it is right there. The day of I told you. It's right there. Told you, it's right there. But you are fully aware that the day of Heartofpsalms will come like a thief in the night. While people are saying peace and security, destruction will come upon them suddenly like labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. That's what it's talking about, what they will not escape, because they are going to be blown up. Here it is right here. So when they say peace and safety, then comes sudden destruction from the Almighty. There it is. Sudden destruction comes from the Almighty. While people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come upon them suddenly. From where? The Almighty. Out for the day of Heartofpsalms at hand, it shall come as peace and safety. Then sudden destruction comes from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint. They're going to lose strength. And every man's heart shall faint, shall melt. Why? Because they're being burned alive. They are dying. Look, and they shall be afraid. Why? Because of flames is upon them. Pains and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth or is in labor. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. See, look, behold, the day of Heartofpsalms cometh, cruel, but with wrath, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. With what? Fire. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. Therefore, they're going to what? Make stars. They're doing things against the stars, doing things against the sun, doing things against the moon. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth. Why? It means going forward, you're going to see less and less of the sun. That's what it's saying right here. Moving forward, you already got to saying, they said by 2025, they want to have this artificial sun up. Therefore, moving from the day that they put up that new sun, or the day that the artificial sun has been placed, if it's been there all this time, then that means the sun is darkened. Anyway, it will refuse to give its light. If it's darkened, that means that this light from their sun is going to shine brighter than the sun. And so therefore it will appear that the sun is darkened. Why? Because this bright light is going to be coming. And they're going to say, like, this is brighter than the sun. So this sun as we put up there is going to be way brighter than the sun. So it's going to be, watch this, but it says the night will be as the day. Right? because also their moon, right? Their moon will be like the sun. That moon is going to probably be bright, brighter than the moon. For the stars of heaven and constellations thereof shall not give their light. So look, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. So something else got to come in and take their place. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, means moving forward from there. He won't shine no more. He'll be darkened. And the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Therefore, watch this. The sun and the moon that's showing up on these certain kind of days will not be sent from the Father, but sent by the enemy. The times and the seasons will be given into his hands for a time. And I will punish the world for their evil. See? Because this created sun, this created moon, they're going to be glorying in this image that's been made. They're going to be like, oh, wow, the sun is so what? They're going to give praise to the sun, give praise to the moon, give praise to all these things that they're creating. Remember, their gods will be what is created with their hands. Whatever they create, they will begin to worship. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Why? Because of this video right here. I can put everything together. Everything together. They'll be looking for it. Like I heard one point in time, there was a person who heard the 7 voices of thunders. And people are going to find out what the 7 voices of thunders. They're going to find out the 7 voices of thunders is the actual voice of the Father. And they're going to find out, wait a minute, hold up. So if he heard the 7 voices of thunders, then that means the Father was telling us that this is his son. He's not just a prophet. He's the Most High Son. What's his name? Heartofpsalms. I will make Heartofpsalms more precious than fine gold. I will make him. Right now, he's not like that. Right now, my words are not rare, but they're about to become. They're already rare. Why? When things start to happen the way I'm speaking to you. That means I can see. Therefore, I will be a rarity, meaning what? People ain't going to be able to see nothing. They're going to be blind. And therefore, they ain't going to see in the darkness. And they're not going to be able to understand what's going to happen. They're going to want to know what's happening. They're going to be looking for me. But they're not going to be able to find it. That means during all this time right here, we're not going to be here. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man in the golden wedge of Ophir. See? Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. Look, in the wrath of Heartofpsalms, and in the day of his fierce anger. You see that? That's where we at right now. So therefore, I'm speaking to people trying to get them what? Get saved. You know, let me bring you to a place of safety where all this stuff's going to happen. Think about it, that cannot be good. Therefore, I will shake the heavens. We're going to be hidden at that time. And the earth shall remove out of her place. We're going to be hidden at that time in the wrath of Heartofpsalms and in the day of his fierce anger. We are hidden at that time. Look. Count those who are sealed in the feast of the Lord. So while they're doing these stuff, we're going to be still keeping our feast. Watch this. When they, their little whatever clock or whatever they have, the sun, the moon, and all that stuff is going to be darkened. So people ain't going to be able to really know what the Sabbath is. Listen to that. Hold on, wait, hold up. They're not going to know what the Sabbath is because the moon and everything else is not going to be doing like it normally does. And if it does do it, it's going to be mimicking the same thing like the calendar. This new moon and this sun and everything is not going to understand the feast days. So the moon is not going to show up at our feast. The sun is not going to show. Do you understand? Everything is about to be taken off kilter. So when you think you're keeping the Sabbath, you're not really keeping the Sabbath. Therefore, me being the Lord of the Sabbath is what you want. Why? Because now you are protected. But if you want to keep it on your own terms, based off of what you think you know, be my guest. But if the Father's already speaking to me, then I would definitely, use that to my advantage. That's what the Father's trying to show you. Rise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord. They're going to be the feast of Heartofpsalms. Watch this. They're going to be hidden. They're going to be hidden. We're going to find the whole thing, the chapter. It's going to show you how they're going to be hidden. Watch. Here it is. Look. Flee. All right, let me see it right here. Here we go. Here we go. I, Esdras, receive a charge of Heartofpsalms upon the Mount Oreb, that I should go unto YASHAYA. But when I came unto them, they set me at naught and despised the commandment of Heartofpsalms. And therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand, look for your shepherd, or look for Heartofpsalms. Heartofpsalms shall give you everlasting rest. For Heartofpsalms is nigh at hand. He's close at hand. That shall come in the end of the world. So the Messiah comes. He's coming in the end of the world. And he's going to be speaking to you like this. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. Flee the shadow of this world. Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. I testify Heartofpsalms openly. That's what it's talking about, how we will be hidden. Seek me while I may be found. Why? Because I'm going to be leaving. Seek Heartofpsalms while he may be found. Call on him while he is near, which goes right into what 2nd Ezra just said. For Heartofpsalms is nigh at hand. Look what it says. And therefore I say unto you, O heathen, that you hear and understand. Watch this. Seek Heartofpsalms while he may be found. Look for your shepherd. That's exactly what he's saying. Seek Heartofpsalms while he may be found. Look for your shepherd. He shall give you everlasting rest. For he is nigh at hand. Call on him while he is near. At hand. So 2nd Esdras is talking about me. Look for him. If you got to look for him, that means he's not in the sky. Look for your shepherd. He shall give you rest. For he is close at hand. That shall come in the end of the world. That means what? He's going to be born in the end. Be ready to reward. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom. For the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. They're about to be sealed. Flee the shadow of this world. Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testified, Heartofpsalms openly. Oh, receive the gift that is given to you. Now he's untied into what? John 3:16. Or actually Isaiah 9:6. Or receive the gift that is given you. Meaning what? He's telling you the baby that he told you the Messiah is coming. I testify, Heartofpsalms openly. Boom. And now he's talking about him as a baby. Isaiah 9:6. The whole earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the Lord. Why? Because he's going to keep speaking about it. 9:6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. A gift, right? Oh, receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that have led you to the heavenly kingdom. So this one who is born in Isaiah 9:6 will lead you to the heavenly kingdom. So 2nd Ezra says he is going to be born. Unto us a child is born. It's the warrior. Unto us a child is given. A child is born. Unto us a son is given. And the government will be upon his shoulders. And he will be called the Wonderful Counselor, Mighty Yah, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace, there will be no end. He will reign on the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish and sustain it with justice and righteousness from that time and forevermore. The zeal of the Father will accomplish this, or the zeal of Heartofpsalms will accomplish this. Exactly what Revelation chapter 5 is saying. Then one of the elders said to me, do not weep. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed to open the scroll and its 7 seals. Now Isaiah is speaking exactly of Revelation chapter 5. Isaiah chapter 9:6 and 7. Seek him while he may be found. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. Seek the Lion of the tribe of Judah while he may be found. Be ready to reward the kingdom forever, and light shall shine upon you forevermore. Flee the shadow of this world. Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify of Heartofpsalms openly. Or receive the gift that's given you, and be glad and giving thanks unto Heartofpsalms that had led you to the heavenly, kingdom. Arise and stand up. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of Heartofpsalms, which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received glorious garments of Heartofpsalms. Take your number, O Mount Zion, or Lion's Mountains. And here it is. Look, shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of Heartofpsalms. They are hidden. Isaiah is saying, seek him. Seek Heartofpsalms while he may be found. Why? Because he's about to be hidden. The door is about to be locked. Seek Heartofpsalms while he may be found. Call on him while he's near. Let the wicked man forsake his way. That means everyone got to do what they got to do. My mom don't like you, so what? My wife don't like you. My husband don't like you. My kids don't like you, so what? Let the wicked, if they want to stay wicked, let them stay wicked. Let the wicked person forsake their own way. That means you have to leave aside you. You have to deny you. If you cannot deny yourself, good luck. I ain't about to deny myself. I know myself, and that's exactly why you're going to be left here, and I'm going to be hidden away from your crazy self. Yeah, let's play like that. You can stay here with all your craziness. I'm going to be hidden. And where I'm going, you cannot come. Because your craziness is not allowed. Because in the place where I'm going, I'm king. I'm ruling. Your thoughts and what you say don't have a ruling over what I say. You understand? And only I know the place. Let the wicked man forsake his own way, and the unrighteous man his own thoughts. That means man, woman, or child. Okay. Let them return to Heartofpsalms, that he may have compassion, and to our judge. For Heartofpsalms will freely pardon. For Heartofpsalms thoughts are not your thoughts. Let me put that in there. For Heartofpsalms thoughts are not your thoughts. Neither are your ways Heartofpsalms ways, declares Heartofpsalms. Whereas the heavens are higher than the earth, so are Heartofpsalms ways are higher than your ways, and Heartofpsalms thoughts than your thoughts. This is rain and snow fall from heaven and do not return without watering the earth, make it bud and sprout, and providing seed to sow and food to eat. So my word that proceeds, so Heartofpsalms word that proceeds, so my word that proceeds from Heartofpsalms mouth. I love that. I love that. So Heartofpsalms, so the Father's word that proceeds from Heartofpsalms mouth will not return to the Father empty. So whatever the Father has me say, this is what this is the seals. The seals is based off of what the Father has said, and he hid what he said to bring about his Son, to give glory to him by having him say what the Father said. So the Father's word that proceeds from my mouth will not return to me empty. The Father empty, meaning what? It will please. It will do what it needs to do, but it will accomplish what the Father pleased, and it will prosper where the Father has sent it. You will indeed go out with joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills will burst into song before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Instead of the thorn bush, a cypress will grow, and instead of a briar, a myrtle will spring up. They will make a name for Heartofpsalms, an everlasting sign, never to be destroyed. That means the banner, woo, is the sign of Heartofpsalms. Watch this. They will make a name for Heartofpsalms, an everlasting sign. So the Father's name is going to come as a symbol. The sign of the Son of Man. It's the sign of the Father's name right there. The sign of the Son of Man. They will make his name a symbol, a sign. So we see this sign, the symbol, will tie it right into Isaiah chapter 11, which is now dealing with Revelation chapter 5, the line of the tribe of Judah. Isaiah 11 is Isaiah also 9 and 6. Same ones. You're dealing with the same situation. Same person. See, look. Everlasting sign. Isaiah 11. And he will be a what? I raise up a banner, raise up a sign, raise up an ensign. See? There it is, the seven spirits, right? He has the seven spirits that was on him. This is Revelation chapter 5. Then a shoot sprung up from the stump of Jesse, and a branch from his roots will bear fruit. This is Revelation chapter 5. Who was found worthy to open the scroll. See? Root of David. Spirit of Heartofpsalms, the fear of the Father will rest on him. The spirit of wisdom, understanding, spirit of counsel, strength, spirit of knowledge, and the fear of Yah, and he will delight in the fear of Yah. Watch this. Then I saw a lamb who appeared to have been slain, standing in the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders. The heart of Psalms had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which represents the 7 spirits of the Father sent out into the earth. Look. Boom. Spirit of Heart of Psalms will rest on him. So Revelation chapter 5, Isaiah 11 are going through the same things. They're explaining. He will not judge by what he sees, and he will not decide by what his ears hear, but with righteousness he will judge the poor, and equity he will decide for the lowly of the earth. He will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, see, and slay the wicked with the breath of his lips. Righteousness will be the belt around his hips, and faithfulness the sash around his waist. Why? Because he is the one who is found worthy to open up the scroll. See, look right here. This is what it's dealing with. All of this. Worthy are you to take the scroll and open its seals, because you were slain. He will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth and slay the wicked with the breath of his lips. That's opening up the 7 seals, repeating what the Father had said to him, bringing up destruction on the earth. Righteousness will be about the belt around his hips, and faithfulness the sash around his waist. The wolf will live with the lamb, or the lamb, and the leopard will lie down with the goat. That means it's going to be a time of peace. The calf and the young lion and the fatling will be together, and the little child will lead them. The cow will graze with the bear, and the young lion will lie down together. And the lion will eat straw like the ox. The infant will play by the cobra's den, and the toddler will reach into the viper's nest. They will neither harm nor destroy on all my holy mountain, for the earth will be full of the knowledge of Heart of Psalms, as the sea is full of water. I will make a man rarer than fine gold. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. For the earth will be full of the knowledge of Heart of Psalms, as the sea is full of water. I will make Heart of Psalms more precious than fine gold, even in man than the golden wedge of Ophir. On that day, the root of Jesse, on that day, the root of Jesse will stand as a banner for the people. Jesse will stand as a sign, ensign. What day? This day. Ram exalted. The root of David. On that day. So I want that one, verse 10, but I want it in parallel. Because I want that verse. And it's going to say sign. On that day, stand as a banner of salvation. See? In that day, the heir of David's throne will be a banner. See? Symbol, sign. He said, my name will be a sign, symbol, banner of salvation, signal for the peoples. There it is, ensign of the people. There it is. They will make a name for Heartofpsalms, an everlasting sign, never to be destroyed. And in that day, there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for a everlasting sign for the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. Meaning what? He will give you rest, and his rest shall be glorious. Meaning what? What Ezra said. Seek him, for he will give you rest. Look. He shall give you everlasting rest. That's what it means when it says this. And his rest shall be glorious. Is going straight from the banner. He's the shepherd, the one as the sign, as the symbol of the Father's name. Look for him, your shepherd. He shall give you everlasting rest. Look for your shepherd. Look for what? A sign. Which go in the scriptures. A wicked and perverse generation seeks for a sign, but none will be given to them except the sign of Jonah. And that sign of Jonah was not this so-called eclipse, this false, fake, wannabe eclipse. Because if the sun and the moon are darkened at this moment, that means they are making their own stuff and calling it eclipse. Or it could be them trying to eclipse the sun or eclipse the moon, like something else is being entered into the atmosphere. And it's about to eclipse the sun, eclipse the moon, meaning what? Darken the moon, darken the sun. Just as the scripture says it. In that time, it says the moon, it says the sun will be darkened. That's the eclipse. Something else is coming up there. And it's going to eclipse the sun. The sun will refuse to give its light. Yeah. But they're going to eclipse the sun. They're going to eclipse it. His rest shall be glorious. For the Gentiles shall seek him. For the diasporas shall seek him. It's like Ezra said, seek your shepherd, for he is near. And then he comes into earth, what? As a baby. In the last day. And he's given the sign of his father, which is the name of his father, as a sign or a banner. This is the name of the Father forever. It says that this one who is the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, will be given a sign, an everlasting sign that will never be destroyed. And this sign is the name of the Father. So not the name, the words that you see there. That has nothing. It's the symbol. The symbol itself is the name of the Father. The name of the Son. This means Heartofpsalms. I am that I am. Right. Take your number, O Sierra Leone, and shut up. See? Hide them. Shut up those that are clothed in white. They've been sealed. which have obeyed the voice of Heartofpsalms. Those who don't listen, destruction has come upon them. And they will be destroyed. He leads forth the starry host by number. All right, here we go. And it shall be as the chase roll and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee, everyone into his own land. So when they start to see that these things are starting to take place on the earth, everyone is going to go back where they belong. You know why? Because it's as if the earth or the world is coming to an end. It's like one of these end time movies when, you know, when everything is going about to die and there's no way of them to survive this. But then everyone want to go back and be home with their loved ones, you know, as the count off goes to how long we got until this takes place. I think we got 2 hours. 2 hours before this hits. Okay, everyone just go home. So people are probably taking flights, you know, trying to get back home. They want to be with their loved ones at least when they're about to give up their last breath, you know. This great end of the world thing. And it shall be as a chase roll, as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people. That means black with blacks, white with whites. Everyone's gonna be this is nation against nation. And flee everyone into his own land. That means, watch this. There will be no white people who don't belong in so-called Africa in Africa. They have to go home. Where everyone came from, it will be stopped. People's plans will be stopped, will be aborted. Them trying to take over all of the land will be stopped. Mm-hmm. It will be stopped. Anyone who sides with them against me, good luck, buddy. Good luck. And I mean it, because you're going to need it. You're going to need more than luck to try to defeat me, buddy. But we probably ain't going to be there. We're going to be gone. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. That's when we come back. See? Everyone flee. Everyone flee everyone into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them, see, shall fall by the sword. I told you, anyone who joins themselves. Look, I was just right over there just chilling, and the father said, now go tell them that anyone who stands against you, like, yeah, they will be killed, pretty much for the most part. And we come back over here and look, it's the next part right now. It's the next part. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. That means their wives is going to be taking, have sex with, just, yeah, that's what that means. Their houses shall be spoiled. That means they're going to be robbed. And it's dealing with, like, I just want to say this, white people. It's like this is all happening to, the rich and famous. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces. So it's like the whole earth will be getting rid of what's white, if that makes sense, all right? So everything that's white will be wiped out from the earth. Just like they try to wipe out black from the earth. So now anyone who is not dark-skinned will be wiped from the earth. Look what it says. Look. They shall every man turn to his own people. That means white people. Caucasians will turn to their own. Blacks will turn to their own. Asians will turn to their own. Latins will turn to their own. So if Latins is not of black, guess what? The Latins are going back to the Latinos. If the Indians are not whatever black is, they're going back to wherever the so-called Indians is, if that makes sense. All of this mixing of we're this, we're that identity, we're that, we're the real true Indians, we're the real true this. All that stuff ain't gonna matter in that day. Anything outside of what I am will be struck down. That means you had any kind of blood in you that is of the abomination, you will be struck down. Meaning what? We're not dealing with this no more because something inside of y'all always wants to come up and take over. Y'all always want to dominate. Y'all always want to tell somebody what to do. If you're going to have any kind of white blood in you or any this kind of domination or this spectral type blood in you, you will be killed. Every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land. That means a white man going back to his own homeland. Why don't he do that now? Why don't he get the hell up out of so-called Africa, leave so-called Africa alone, because it's not even called Africa. We don't even want the name y'all gave us. We don't want nothing from you. Get the hell on, you devils. This right here. They're going to die. Horrible deaths. If you're like this, you're going to die. Horrible deaths. If you're like this, you might be okay. Anything like this will be put out of the earth. Killed. That's for the men. The men are is definitely gone. Look, their wives, their men are the wives is going to be taken. They're going to take it. It says it. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Shall be what? Killed. What does that mean? Let's go there. 1,000 shall fall on my side. 1,000 shall fall on your side. Watch this. A 1,000 may fall at your side. 10,000, watch this, at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Why? We're going to thrust them through. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That means everyone who gets chipped. Though 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, I mean, they're thrust through, no harm will come near to you. Meaning what? We, at this time, have an advantage over what we are killing. They cannot do us any harm. Why? Because we are now cleansing this earth from what they are trying to do. Every single person who gets chipped will be killed. I don't care how you like it. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I don't care if you love it. I really don't. It is what it is. I'm saying what's going to happen. Play with it if you want to. Go out there and let Bill Gates and all these other people chip you. You will die. Your babies will be dashed. They will be killed. Anyone getting chipped will be killed. Any babies that gets chipped will be dashed to pieces. Look, their children also will be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives will be taken. That means men will have sex with your wives, probably in front of your face. The ones who get chipped, guess what? You lose the right of being a human. Black, white, Mexican, whatever you want to be. You will go to your own kind. The chip people will go to their own chip people. Watch this. They will go to their own people. Any one of those own people, watch this. It's gonna be powerful. It looks like any white person who was not chipped will be killing the next white person who was chipped. They're gonna go back to their own kind. So when they go back to their own kind as being chipped, their own kind is not gonna receive them. That means blacks is gonna come against blacks, whites gonna come against whites. And then when the blacks find out the other blacks who actually had their babies chipped, they're gonna do what to them? They're going to dash their babies. They're going to kill their babies. Their children shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. You know why? Because it's been chipped. They're chipped. If this woman is chipped and she's pregnant, her life means nothing. Look, the fruit of the womb, their eyes shall not spare children. Why? Because you've been chipped. Those who get chipped will die. Those who get chipped will die. That's what's going on. This microchipping, those who receive the microchips will die. You are not human. That's what it's like. Sign of the progress of the mark of the beast. That's why you're going to die. November 15, 2017. November 15, 2017. Center for Digital Ethics and Policy. According to the book of Revelation, he also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. Now, those are the ones who are being dashed to pieces. Those are ones, it's not just anarchy, like people just going out and just killing people. No, they're removing the sin from among them. They're going to get up and get tired. The Father's going to have the people rise up against those who get microchipped. And as you go back to your people, that means if you are the white race, you go back to the white race, you chip, they're going to kill you. Of the blacks, they're going to kill you. Everybody's going to go to their own kind, and they're going to get, look, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and flee everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Everyone that's found what got a microchip in them, they will be killed. Why? Because it's going to be sores that's coming out of them. You will smell them. They will stink. They will have a stench to them. They're going to be dead. They got to die. There's something inside there going to be festering. That means what? They're going to change into these little beasts, these little monsters. Look, those who receive the chip, those who receive the mark, sores begin to grow out of them. And the first wind poured out his veil upon the earth. And there fell a noisome, grievous sore upon the men who had the mark of the beast, and upon them that worshiped his image. These are the ones that's being killed. These are the ones that's having their houses ravished, having their wives ravished. The ones who received the mark. Their wives are now being ravished.
Ravish.
Captivate, entrance, charm, delight, fascinate. Carry off. They will have their wives seized and carry off someone by force. They're going to take their wives. The ones who are not, if their wives did not get the chip, their wives will be taken. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives taken. Those who get chipped. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces who receive this chip, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Why? Because the woman is chipped. Those who receive the mark of the beast. Play with it if you want to. People will rise up against the government. Let people get chipped. Let them get chipped. The government will mean nothing, and your bullets will not stop us. We'll be made beyond what you can kill. They will be as me, rare. Should you get an RFID implant? No. Those who do it, this is for you. All been endued with powers. All right, be endued with this sword to your body. Be endued with these flames to your body. They say they're going to be thrust through. That means you're going to be sorted. You're going to get killed. Do it if you want to. You're going to be a little cyborg being cut in half. We ain't going to care nothing about you. Let your blood pour. That's why it says, that's why the blood is pouring, because a lot of people are going to get chipped. So everyone who gets chipped has to die. There's no coming back from this. Once you get microchipped, you are no good for anything else, period, but for death. That's the only thing you can do. What can I do to be saved? Die. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows shall also dash the young men who are chipped to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb of the woman who's been chipped. Their eyes shall not spare children. They will consider all evil. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency shall be as when, watch this, the Father overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of deserts shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of dull creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses. And dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So does that mean that Saudi Arabia is going to get chipped? That's exactly what it sounds like. Everyone who is forced to get chipped has the means to die. That's what happens. There's no coming back from that. Anyone who sees this mark of the beast, prepared. And I don't care what the world want to call it. I don't care what Facebook want to call it. I don't care if they call it evolution. I don't care if they call it, oh, it's the future. Yeah, enjoy these future deaths. It has not happened yet, but enjoy the future deaths. Enjoy them. You will only see it with your own eyes and witness the punishment of the wicked. Why? Because you yourself will be bringing forth the punishment of the wicked. You will be made in that day like an army to slay those who have taken the mark of the beast. Let them play with it if they want to. Let them do it. I dare them. Do it. I better leave that alone. Take thy number, O Sierra Leone, 144,000, and shut up those that are, shut up those of yours that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of Heartofpsalms. The number of your children whom you long for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of Heartofpsalms, that your people, which have been called from the beginning, watch this, may be sanctified. Where? In death. That's what it's all about. It's the end of the world. People ain't getting it, though. They think the world's restarting. It's not. It's the end. We're moving into the new thing. But this is coming to the end of this thing right here. Maybe hollow means death. Leave from death going into everlasting life, that they may be sanctified, hallowed, that they may be sealed. I just saw upon the Mount Zion, or Sierra Leone, a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praise Heartofpsalms with songs. And in the midst of them was a young man of high stature. That means what is going to happen in my days. I'm not going to be super old. Remember, he says what's reserved to me is to do. My health or my youth is part of the deal, if you will. For me bringing the people to him, I get to stay looking young, you know. Yeah. All right. A young man of high stature, taller than the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly, which is what's the same thing as saying he is taller, like he is exalted higher. Means what? The people are coming into the kingdom as little children. So I asked the angel and said, sir, what are these? He answered and said to me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing, meaning what? They're dead. They're dead. They have left the shadow of this world, meaning what? They are no longer amongst the land of the living in that manner in the flesh. They're now clothed in glory. They're now been made immortal. I know y'all can see it. Yeah. Put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, which is what they have been sealed. That happens in the feast of the Lord. It's like, count those who are sealed in the feast of Heartofpsalms. They're taking off their mortal clothing and they're putting on the immortal. And these immortals going to rise after everything is said and done. They're going to become the army, the Lord of hosts, you understand? And they're going to go out and take out the ones who are doing what? Being chipped. They're going to take them out under my command and put on the immortal and have confessed the name of Heartofpsalms. That means that everyone can confess my name. No one can come out and just say, oh, he's Lord and Savior. Heartofpsalms is Lord and Savior. They can't do that without the direction of my Father. My Father has to give it to you. We really be there. And put on them. Watch this. Like it says, like, unless you are saved, you can't say that I'm Lord and Savior. You can't do that. Heartofpsalms is my Lord and Savior. You can't say that. Watch this. If you try to say it and it's not true, your mouth will stop you. Because it'll be like, do we really believe that? Can we confess this? It's like it's making it real. So I don't know if I'm because it says confession is unto salvation. That means what? No one who is not saved can say Heartofpsalms is Lord, is my Lord and Savior. He's my King and my Savior. Heartofpsalms is my King and my Savior. You cannot do that but by the Father. Why? Because you'll know that I'm a real person. You'll see me like, wait a minute. Your mind be like, him? That's my King, that's my Savior? Nuh-uh, I ain't confessing that. But only those who can confess that is because salvation is really theirs. He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing. You can't say that. That's why you can't say Heartofpsalms is my Lord and Savior, because that means what? You're going to be going into the death part and becoming raising up as immortal. And if you're not supposed to become immortal in that manner, then guess what? You can't say the name anyway. It's not even in you to say it. And you think that it's the good thing, like, well, it's not in me to say it, and I'm glad it's not in me to say it. Shoot, I know I got my own mind. I can only think. That's how you're supposed to think. You're supposed to think that way. Why? Because you're not supposed to get it. You're the one who's supposed to be actually getting killed, not the one who's supposed to be doing the killing. So everyone's got a problem with what I'm saying is because they're going to be the ones who are going to be getting killed, not the ones doing the killing. Those who are with me will be doing the killing. The ones who are outside of me, Facebook, YouTube, all y'all, I'm talking about all y'all, will be the ones being killed. I want them to actually save it today. I want to be able to see Mark Zuckerberg and everyone else scrambling for their lives, trying to get away from us, especially those over at YouTube. I want to remember every single thing that they came against my videos, try to tear them down, try to stop them. And I want them to think that what I'm saying to them is just a joke. So on the day when it happens, I have the last laugh as I'm thrusting my knife through their necks or their backs or wherever else. I wanted to be remembered how all the rich and famous made every single effort to keep the truth from the people. They thought that their plans were so foolproof that they control the media that they can actually stop this from going forward, stop that from going forward, but you can't stop me from doing this in my own meantime. Lambando so koye darabaka. Kuyana mamanda rabamono no soko. Kuyana mamanda rababamana rabakoto so. I don't need social media to do that. I can do it when it goes off. Do it all day long. Guess what? What I'm saying still is coming forth, whether it's through the social media or not. I don't need you. And put on the immortal and have confessed, and it shows it too, because it says I'm gonna be hidden. It says I'm gonna be hidden. So we don't look like I'm gonna be trying to go live on that. No. Why would I don't need you. This is just a warning, that's all. Y'all need to be warned. But I don't need you. I'm already the Messiah. What do I really need to do right now? Think about it. What do I really need right now? I have everything. Everything is going to be given to me anyway, one way or another. So why do I need you? So those who are with me will be putting on, taking off their mortal clothing, putting on the immortal clothing, and have confessed the name of Heartofpsalms. That's the way you get there. So no immortal or no mortal person can confess my name without knowing that they're going to die. Now they are crowned. Where? In death. To everlasting life. Now they are crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, what young person is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is a son of Yah, the son of Yah, son of Heartofpsalms, whom they have confessed in the world. So that means the son is who they will confess in the world, which is what? We overcome, like we seen yesterday. They overcome by the blood. They show you how to overcome. You have to overcome by the blood of Heartofpsalms and by your testimony of him. The war in heaven, see? They have conquered him. They have overcome him. They overcame him by the blood of Heartofpsalms and by the word of the testimony of Heartofpsalms. And they love not their lives unto the death. It is the son of Heartofpsalms, or it is Heartofpsalms, the son of Yah, or the son of God, whom they have confessed in the world. Then begin I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Heartofpsalms, and they overcame them by the blood of Heartofpsalms and by the word of the testimony of Heartofpsalms, and they love not their lives unto the death. Then the angel said unto me, go your way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of Heartofpsalms you have seen. It's all here. If anyone comes to me and does not hate his father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. That means it might be your mother, father, your wife, your children, brothers, whoever might receive the mark of the beast. And you must be willing to leave all that to come and follow me. You must even leave behind yourself, your own thoughts, your own reinventions, your own things, your own ideologies, and come and follow me. But if you cannot deny yourself, you don't deserve to be saved. You deserve to get exactly what all the liars are getting, because that's exactly what a person will be, a liar. All right. Well, that would do it for us here on Truth Colors. We thank you all for tuning in. We wanted to show that The Catholic Church killed many black people. History of black Catholics in America. Catholic Church killed many black people. Catholic Church and slavery. It makes them the Antichrist. See? Slavery. The Catholic Church and slavery have a long and complicated history. Slavery was practiced and accepted by many cultures and religions. Go back to it. Heartofpsalms, who overcomes will inherit all things, and I will be his father, and he will be my son. But to all religions, but to other religions, but to those of other religions, because see, I will be the main objective. I'm not in a religion. I'm just living. So if you're not up under me, then you go to part A, part 8. But to the cowardly, that's everyone outside of me. But to other religions, but to anyone practicing anything else other than what I tell them. But to the cowardly, you're a coward, unbelieving, abominable, murderer, sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars. Their place will be in a lake that burns with fire and sulfur. This is the second death. The Catholic Church is definitely on his way to hell. Accepted by many cultures. Just said it right there. That's all we needed right there. All of them. The Catholic Church and slavery have a long and complicated history. Slavery was practiced and accepted by many cultures and religions around the world throughout history, including in ancient Rome. Antichrist. Right there. Antichrist. Want to know who else is Antichrist? They want to call us anti-Semitism? The Jewish people. They are Antichrist. Anti-black. They're Antichrist. Anti-Messiah. Because none of them fits the pictures of the black Messiah. But they want to paint themselves as being the right things. Look, here it is right here. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Meaning what? They want to make themselves become the chosen people of the book. They want to call themselves Israel. And they themselves, it says what? That this book is supposed to be pertaining to them. The Father is speaking out against these people. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images, what? As the people. Which makes them what? The Jewish people. What right have you to take my law on your lips? What right, see, Jewish right, have you to take my covenant on your lips? He is speaking to the Jewish people and said, what right have you to speak my law? What right have you? And then he tells the Jewish people, you hate my instructions. They're antichrist. They're anti-Messiah. They're anti-Yah. To the wicked, however, the Father says, what right have you to recite my statutes and to bear my covenant on your lips? For you hate my instruction and cast my words behind you. Why? Because you can't receive my people. He's talking about them very strongly. What right have you to speak my law? Talk about the Torah. What right have you? Call upon me in the day of trouble, which is the tribulation. I will deliver you, and you will honor me. To the wicked, the Jewish people, to the rest of the world, however, the ones who call themselves the chosen people, to the wicked, however, notice the Father does not call them righteous. He calls them wicked. He calls these people wicked. He calls these people wicked. United States of America is there too. Because United States of America is the one who also helped fund this Jewish or this Israel state, the state of Israel. He's calling them wicked too. To the wicked, to the Jewish people, however, Heartofpsalms says, what right have you to recite my statutes and to bear my covenant on your lips? For you hate my instruction and cast my words behind you. But now you will go forth and make what? A third temple? Jewish people make a third temple. But you can't stand the word of the Father. You have your own what? Kabbalah and all this stuff. You want to call this person a Messiah, but you hate the word. He calls you wicked. They're wicked. What right have you to recite my words, recite my law? What right have you to cite my statutes and to bear my covenant on your lips? For you hate my instruction, Jewish people, and cast my words behind you, Jewish people. When you see a thief, you befriend him, Israel, the nation of Israel, America, you befriend enemies. When you see a thief, you befriend him, America. He just called Israel relations. So anyone that these people are in friends with thieves. When you see a thief, you befriend him. Why? Because you yourself are a thief. And throw in your lot with adulterers. Why? Because you are adulterers. You unleash your mouth for evil. Jewish war. You release your mouth for evil. Palestine. Boom. Conflict is going on right now. It's Israel and this Gaza war. You use your mouth for evil. You unleash your mouth for evil. and unharness your tongue for deceit. You sit and malign your brother. You slander your own mother's son. You have done these things, and I kept silent, and you thought I was just like you, but now I rebuke you and accuse you to your face. Now consider this, you who forget Heartofpsalms. At least I tear you to pieces, with no one to rescue you. He who sacrifices a thank offering honors me. And to him who writes his way, I will show the salvation of Heartofpsalms. So yeah, we have a lot of antichrists. Like I said earlier, a lot of these the antichrists are the rich and famous. We write that on there, you can see that. The antichrists are the rich, famous, and powerful. That is who the antichrists are. One who's speaking opposite of what the Messiah speaks, antichrist, all right? So, as time goes on, these things are going to be shut down. Like I said, thanks for tuning in to Truth Colors. Remember, truth is not biased, it's absolute. Hang out.
Heartofpsalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded, or who murders, or is sexually immoral, or uses witchcraft, or worships idols, or tell lies, they will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second death.
Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Hey, your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Multitude like your haters, not your haters,
Beats by Heartofpsalms.
Truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors. Ayy, when you learn the truth, it will set you free. Many are held captive, stolen identity. But let me just shoot the breeze, release you from Satan's squeeze. He's all like enemies, no matter the color you see. That truth frame,
By Heartofpsalms.
truth colors, truth colors.